This news update is brought to you by...
Say hello to Shanta. Shanta is an entertainer, but she also loves to be entertained, which is why she has Flow TV brought to her through Flow's 100% fiber to the home network. It's great for busy Shanta because she can control the time she watches her favorite shows, play back from the start in case she missed it, or even record with cloud video recording. And with her Flow services bundle, enjoys much more for much less. Visit any Flow retail outlet, call 1-800-804-2994, or visit discoverflow.co to find out more. One-of-a-kind connection. This is how we flow.
It's time for your midweek Barbados Today afternoon update for Wednesday, March the 23rd. So glad you can join us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. One man has been hospitalized after an explosion at his house this morning. Daniel Jackson had to be rushed to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital with serious burns after the incident occurred at his 40 acres St. Thomas residence. Neighbor Jerry Payne, who accompanied Jackson to the QEH, said his friend complained of severe pain. According to Payne, Jackson, who is a vendor, was in the kitchen washing peas when the incident occurred just after 9. He was unsure about what led to the explosion. Police are continuing investigations. The dispute between the Barbados Workers' Union and the Barbados Water Authority seems set to escalate. At this hour, the BWU is preparing to meet with the island's public servants at Solidarity House to determine its next move. The two sides are at odds over outstanding payments owed to workers for over 10 years. And in a strong statement issued last night, the union signaled that further action is needed to cut through what it called the arrogance and insensitivity of the BWA. The union charges that throughout the process, the BWA management has broken at least 3 agreements to provide information to settle the matter. The union's call-out has not escaped the attention of Labour Minister Dr. Esther Bayasuku. At this time, she is updating journalists on the matter. It's the last day of this school term, but the Barbados Secondary Teachers Union is anxiously awaiting a new date to discuss environmental challenges affecting 2 of the island's schools. The two sides were expected to examine the situation facing the Combermere and the Springer Memorial Schools. But according to Union President Mary Redmond, it was cancelled because of yesterday's speech day at Combermere.
We have some recommendations to make, to make the whole, especially at Springer, to make the whole situation easier for the staff and so on. Initially, see how that works. And Combermere continues to be a real problem for persons who use the plant, and therefore we will have to try and get to some serious investigations in relation to that more in-depth and, that type of thing to find out exactly what is happening there, because obviously, we have not addressed, as we had thought and hoped initially, that the problems had been addressed, and the staff actually only went back to Combermere with the understanding that it was more or less, how should I say, the test run.
Meanwhile, Principal Vay Paris says during the upcoming Easter holiday, every effort will be made to rid the school of its environmental problems. Addressing the ceremony, he reported a difficult 2015 for the school, which was hit by the chikungunya outbreak in the first term, environmental issues in the second term, and the relocation of classes to the Samuel Jackman Prescott Polytechnic in the third term.
The impact on academic performance was most keenly felt at the CSEC level. In the lower school, every effort was made to mitigate the circumstances by cancelling promotion examinations, teaching right to the end of the term, and enabling teachers who had missed some classes through illness to recover some lessons through the substitution process. In spite of these tremendous challenges, the overall performance was creditable, and in some cases, excellent to outstanding. At the Cape level, the Unit 1 pass rate was 89.2%. There were 100% passes in 8 subjects, and 15 subjects recorded 80 to 100% passes.
Make no mistake about it, relations between Barbados and Guyana are stronger than ever. This assurance from Barbados' High Commissioner to Guyana, Robert Borry Morris, who reaffirmed last night that Bridgetown is standing with Georgetown in the face of its territorial dispute with Venezuela. Speaking during a panel discussion last night on the countries, both celebrating their 50th anniversary of independence this year, the High Commissioner said there is already strong cooperation in a number of areas. He highlighted a farming investment in Guyana by Barbadian businessman Sir Kiffin Simpson.
In matters of foreign and community relations, Barbados can be counted on in supporting Guyana within the context of CARICOM against the expansionist plans of Venezuela. We have never ever budged in backing the Guyanese position. We have not been persuaded to weaken in any way at all, and that's not likely to happen. On occasion, Barbados has also comprised membership of election observer missions to monitor elections in Guyana. Guyana and Barbados have kept common counsel and held common ground in relation to developing a low-carbon development strategy and is supporting the agenda for climate change and generally for supporting the agenda of vulnerable small island developing states and low-lying coastal states also. And one of the best examples of cooperation between Barbados and Guyana is certainly Sir Kiffin Simpson's rice farm in Region 9 in the Rupununi, which was visited by Minister McLean and other officials in 2013. This is a prime example of the type of cooperation which can be a model for the development of CARICOM.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Secure your future, be financially strong. Since 1983, we have been there for you. A smart range of products, great tax benefits. We're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. Humble beginnings to smart loans, smart savings. Save smart and borrow smarter, that's the move for me. Stability, prosperity, we're the solution to your hopes and your dreams. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union. The Barbados Workers Union Cooperative Credit Union.
On the regional scene in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, there are fresh allegations of voter irregularities in the December 9 general elections last year. In an address to the nation last night, opposition leader Arnon Eustace charged that some of the ballots used in the poll did not include a space for the official marks and initials of the presiding officer as required by law. He argued this makes the ballots invalid. Eustace's statement comes as the country awaits a court ruling on the 2 election petitions filed by the opposition. The Ralph Gonzalez Unity Labour Party was returned to office for a 4th straight term by a 1-seat majority in the election. On the international front, an outpouring of grief across Belgium as the country begins 3 days of national mourning following yesterday's terrorist attacks. 11 people were killed and 260 were injured in the attacks at the Zaventem airport. Police have identified the suicide bombers as Belgian brothers. Police are continuing the hunt for another man. Islamic State has claimed it was behind the attacks. That's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. Also subscribe to our e-paper email updates and like us on Facebook. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals or screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you, as well as Channel 99 on Flow TV or Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic day.